Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, A Darkened Wish, the series. This is episode 9, War is Peace, Freedom is Slavery, Ignorance is Strength. As we said last week, it is a tough time for a lot of your friendly local game stores out there, so please do everything you can to support them if possible. Depending where you live, it is probably still not possible to necessarily go in, but you can still order online from them if you can, interact with them on social media, signal boost, try and keep the awareness out there, still put in orders for when life restarts again, and we'll all get through this together. Speaking of getting through this together, let's meet our heroes. Again, I will introduce you because you are arranged differently on my screen. Let us start with the reptile of the hour, Alcuin.
Hey, I'm Alcuin Gersh, and I'm playing Rayonde.
D'Artagnan.
Oh, hello, I'm D'Artagnan Mattaliano, and I'm playing Xander. And my chair is a little messed up right now.
It bees like that. Sam?
I'm Sam DeLove, and I'm your charming rogue, and I'm playing Aiden.
Why play against type, right? Aki?
Hi, everybody. I'm Aki, and I am playing Kerrin and Karrin.
And last but certainly not least, Melee Damage.
Hi, I'm Mayleigh, otherwise known as Melee Damage, and I'll be playing Helene.
I never get tired of that wig. Like, that is just the most incredible thing. 9 weeks in, I'm still fascinated by it. Like, I look
Wait,
at
that's a wig?
Again, you all, as independent content creators, now more than ever, we rely on the generosity of viewers like you, both in the form of bits and tips and in the form of supporting our sponsors that literally make this show possible. We have Dogmite Games, the makers of fine gaming screens and gaming accoutrement. There are over 30 custom screens you can get, including one just like mine that I usually have set up for this game. But you can get one that is the perfect fit for you. So visit dogmite.com to find out more. Of course, D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond is a digital tool set that has almost everything you need to play the game, and it's getting better by the day. But supplements, rules, classes, character sheets, interactive components, everything you need is D&D Beyond. I realize I haven't taken my dice out yet. I was like, everything, you just need to bring the dice, and I've yet to bring mine. But visit dndbeyond.com to sign up. There is also Level Up Dice, the makers of fine luxury gaming accoutrement. You can get dice of almost every kind of substance imaginable, some of which I didn't even know. Not just didn't know were dice, didn't know were substances. But visit levelupdice.com to find out more. You can visit my link, which is bit.ly.com/LUDB Dave Walters. Again, it has been many months. You would think I know that. Every time, still have to think really hard about it. And last but certainly not least, Games for Love. Games for Love is a 501c3 kindness-oriented charity aimed at easing the suffering of children and increasing their quality of care. Especially now during these times, a lot of times sick children have to go into very heavy quarantine, and it can be tough being alone for so long. So we're raising money for things like gaming consoles, controllers, things that are just kind of going to help make them feel a little more connected to other people. And every $10 directly impacts the lives of 2 children. So visit gamesforlove.org to find out more. And of course, Q Times. Thank you for even making this possible, for hosting us and helping us put this show together that we are now bringing to you via Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. And with that being said, now on with our story. In the depths of the Underdark, Rayonde and Xander, you march through dark caverns at the head of a column of a terrible army. sentients of all varieties march behind you mindlessly towards an unknown conflict for an unknown reason, but definitely at the will of a horrific adversary. You all willingly sacrificed yourselves to be taken away by the Illithids, to be presented to the Elder Brain and Symphilithid to save the lives of your friends. But now that dedication and commitment has been twisted somewhat into you all having to lead this fighting force to an unknown destination, honestly. But you've been newly charged with capturing them if possible, and especially presenting the headstrong, willful, insulting wizard, Helene, to Encephalithid so that she might bow down and know her place. And as you all march through these dark caverns, the gray, pale Illithid that you've come to realize is an undead lich in his own right rides a sad-looking gray creature of some sort that may be dead itself as he walks along next to you. And you hear his voice ring out in your minds. Are you all prepared for what you must do?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You must think us fools. Both of you, Rayonde and Xander, make 2 wisdom saves.
Hmm. 11 and a 15.
I got a 14 and a 9.
When you hear him say, you must think us fools, both of you feel a crushing weight come down on your mind as your own will and personality and intention is crushed and strangled, like tentacles are grabbing a hold of your very consciousness. And you realize your will is not your own. Xander, you have felt this before. And you feel yourself converted into an instrument of the mind flayers. Now, Rayonde, I believe you have some resistance against being dominated, do you not?
Yeah. When I feel that the tentacles start to wrap around, I just clear my mind with stillness of mind, and I end the charm effect on me
How often can you do that?
as much as I want.
It is at will.
Mm-hmm.
You very much feel this come upon you, and you shake it off, and you feel it happen again, and you shake it off. However, you very much see a strange look come over Xander's face as he looks just steely and resolved. And you hear the voice in your head, Rayonde, of the one with the particularly long tentacles. You. I was hoping that you would stay free. As you can see, he is ours. Xander, we have a different task for you.
What is it?
You feel in your mind, Rayonde, you do not hear this, but you see a cavern, and you see an army marching along, and you see your friends there. You see Karrin, Kerrin, Helene, Aiden, all walking along the banks of the river that you saw before approaching a large cavern. You will go to them. You will bring them to a place that we will choose. There we will come upon them in an ambush, and their pitiful fighting force will be broken. Go.
I just immediately start walking that way then.
And again, Xander, you are capable of independent action, but you will obey them until something happens that breaks their control over you. In Rayonde, you do see Xander just breaks from the group and like hooks a right at one of the intersections and takes off down a different tunnel.
I'm going to stay right here with my new best friend.
The undead one speaks out loud in its horrible clicking voice. You are a hero, Dragonborn.
Is that a question or a statement?
Yes.
You've answered it.
Your hope is futile. I look forward to seeing how this all plays out.
What makes you think I have any hope? You can read my mind. You know I do not.
I look forward to continuing your training alongside the young wizard. Did you know she loves you?
Yeah, I did. You don't need to be able to read minds to know that. I think most of our friends know as well, which is a bit embarrassing.
It turns and looks at you with its unblinking eyes, one hollow and sunken, the other milky and white. Says, "It will be both of your undoing."
Oh, that's what'll be our undoing. Okay. Kind of you to point that out.
He just sort of smiles. And when it's a terrible thing, really, watching just sort of it's like this twitching undulation of its dead tentacly mouth. And when it does, probably the nearest 20 members of this terrible military just sort of chuckle in this almost sort of canned laughter dish sort of way of gnomes and orcs and humans and drow and dwegar laughing at a joke that they don't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, hatchling. Soon, all will be as it should be.
Yep, it will.
Meanwhile, on the banks of the river, as promised, Noseer did provide a small but fearsome fighting force. Again, Ruckus, the bugbear, is exemplary of the people that have been sent along. You maybe have 24, maybe 36 fighting people, men, women, both and neither, of a variety of races and species. But even a casual survey of their faces is they're all experienced. They're all bruisers, marching quietly along the shore of this terrible river, coursing through the Underdark.
Do we have any sight on our friends yet, Karrin?
Yeah, I'm supposed to cast a scrying spell. But let me see. I actually can't right now.
You
It's
would
okay.
have had time to rest before you left. I know we narrated essentially as you would have at least had time for a short rest before you got out of the bar, if that matters. Sorry, please go on, Helene.
Okay, give me just a second then.
Thank you. Yeah. How you doing over there, Aiden?
Me, I'm fine as always. I have to look out for all of you. No,
Helene,
I'm fine.
Helene, give me your insight with advantage.
Uh, 5.
Even with advantage, rolling twice, the highest was 5?
I got a 1 and a 4.
This all seems legit. Aiden's all good. Sure. All right. Wow. Didn't know he had it in him.
So
Free and easy. Resilient man.
You wish you were that tough, Helene. That Aiden is like...
So I'm going to scry specifically for Xander. So I need Xander to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh, he's so good at those.
Yeah, Paige. D'Artagnan, you want to?
Statistically speaking, this will be the one he beats. I will
So
say
random.
roll with disadvantage, D'Artagnan. They very much want you to be found.
Yes. Uh, 11 would be the disadvantage.
Cool. We got him.
Yeah, I actually rolled a 20 the first time.
For your scrying, you see he is alone, and you feel like he's heading towards the cavern where you saw those red robed Delithids when you scried for looking for Molt in the first place, Karrin and Kerrin.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
What? What's going on?
Did you find them?
Well, I found Xander, but he's alone and headed. Yeah, this way.
No sign of Rayonde?
More precisely, he is heading at a place where you all would sort of intersect with him. Like if you were doubling back on your path where you all came down from the yawning portal, like if you were reversing course, he essentially is you would intersect about midway there.
Right. He's headed, well, kind of in this direction, but whether or not, I mean, we could intercept him, but no, Rayonde is not with him.
Why would he be by himself?
Something about this just feels weird.
We could try sending a message.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to whom? To Xander or to Rayonde?
Either one. What do you think? I don't know. If Xander's alone, I feel like something might have happened to Rayonde.
So we should
part of
send a
me-
message to Rayonde, because at least we had eyes on Xander. With a message, maybe we can find out more about what's going on with Rayonde, and then we know about both.
Yeah.
Okay, give us just a moment.
How do you intend to use sending again, or the actual spell message? Simply because they work
Sending.
slightly different. So okay, gonna send 25 words to Rayonde.
Mm-hmm. I have to think about these words.
Let me know when you have your words.
Yes, I think I might actually take a moment here to write out a coherent message. So do as you will while I do that.
Aiden, give me your insight of Helene.
Do I get advantage for knowing her since we were kids too?
It is just for this one, I will say yes, you do. Actually, I will say you don't because you're very distracted as well. So just a straight down the middle roll.
Yes! Amazing! Nat 1! Let's go! Love it.
She's super onto you. She knows what you did. She knows about the deal. She can see, she knows you. She can read you. She's so smart. She's hiding it. I don't know why she's hiding it, but she knows. She freaking knows.
Look, I had to do it, okay?
What? I had to do what?
You know, it just... We need this if we needed a chance to rescue Rayon and Xander, and I know it'll come back to bite me, but I will do that, okay? Just stop. Just stop looking at me like that, okay?
Aiden, what did you do?
Helene, you notice when you're looking at him, he physically starts to look a little darker. Like he's always been kind of pale, but it's like in front of you, the lines around his eyes get a little bit darker and his skin gets a little bit grayer. At first you thought it was the shadows just of this place. It's darkening, but no, you know his face. He changes, but just a little.
What is happening to all of us?
We're doing what we have to do to get our friends back.
I know that. I'm not mad at you, Aiden. I'm not mad at you. I'm just worried about you. Same as I'm worried about everyone. And I know you're tough, and I know you can handle yourself, and I know you put on a brave face, but I really don't like that guy.
It's not about liking.
Whatever we have to do to protect you or get you out of that deal after this is all said and done with, we'll do it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's not going to come back to bite you. We'll figure out a way to take care of it. Even if we have to go, take care of him.
Of course we will. Yeah.
And
no,
Helene,
sure, we will.
Helene gives you a big, huge hug.
Pat you on the back.
Karrin, while your sibling is thinking so intently about the spell, when they sort of have their altercation, you aren't really listening because you're working to sort of kind of like help them craft the message. You're like, no, it's one word instead of two. No, when Aiden hugs Helene and his head sort of turned towards you, you notice the change in his face.
You nearly done with that spell, Karrin? Yes, just give me a moment. Are you okay? Yeah, fine. Sure. You're a terrible liar, you know that? Well, so are you. Leave me alone. Let's just send this message, okay? And we cast. Rayonde, are you okay? Are you safe? We were able to scry for Xander, and he was alone. What is happening? We're coming for you.
Rayonde, you also have the ability to reply with up to 25 words, which if you like, I will give you a moment to arrange your 25-word response.
No, let's just do it live.
All right, let's do it live. That does clearly come into your mind.
All right. Xander's mind is broken again. I remain free and next to the enemy commander. Kill him. This all ends. Helene, I love you.
And that is the message Karrin receives in response.
Everything okay? You look. What's going on?
Sorry, I need. Okay. First, Xander is alone because they've taken over his mind again. 2, Rayonde is traveling with the Illithid commander. They're on their way as well. He told us that we have to kill him to end all of this.
But he's alive.
And he loves you.
We have to get them back. What are we gonna do about Xander?
I we tried dispelling the magic that held him before and couldn't, but we were thinking about the different spells that we have. Maybe there's another alternative. But if we can't free him, we at least need to injure him enough to take him out of the game.
Restrain him or some sort. We need to get him back. Because I think we're gonna need his help to get Rayonde back. He's at this point, I assume, been there with him. He's got to have a knowledge of the place to get us in there and to figure it out. It's still a priority to get his mind back first to help us. But
Of course.
maybe we can hold him down. Aiden, can you wrestle him while we figured something out? Maybe tie him up if we have to. I don't know what to do anymore, guys.
Okay. 1, I can't do that. He will, even controlled, kick my ass, and I cannot have that. But they're sending him to us, and the fighting force is going to the surface. They're spread thin, and we know there is one entity who, if we put him down, all of this ends. I think.
But we don't know where
We
he is.
split off and find that elder brain.
Can we suggest something?
Always.
If Xander is being sent to us, it's probably for a reason. Maybe we don't take him out right away, if he can help us get to where we want to go.
Might bring us down right into a trap, though.
Oh, it's definitely a trap.
So, do we think if we play along, we end up in a better position than if we don't?
Well, we have 2 options, right? We break the control that they have and then have him pretend to play dumb, lead us into the trap, but at least he's on our side. Or we let him do what he's been told to do.
It's just link
Is
up with
Xander-
him and act natural, I guess.
Is Xander a decent enough actor that we could...
No.
Yeah.
They should have taken me. I'm a much better liar.
Kerrin kind of just sort of looks at you and gives you an odd look.
While
Aiden has
you
a little brood for a moment.
while you all are talking, out of the darkness, a shadow appears, and Molt glides down completely silently and lands with a heavy crunch in the rocks. And she stands up and goes, and kind of points ahead, and you all can see a few hundred feet down. You can barely make it out in the gloom, but there is essentially a crude ladder carved into the face of the rock to get up to a higher cave. She goes, and
I
she
take
sort
a
of
look around, actually. Molt's being quiet puts me into the mind of, do any of these have eyes on us? Because if one of them has eyes on us, they all have eyes on us.
you can give me your perception. You're specifically trying to see if any more of those like lost souls are wandering around. Is that what you're, or are you just looking to see what you see, period?
I'm going to see what I see, focusing on any kind of being.
Perception?
Just to clarify, is
Yes.
up this ladder where we know to be like in the same direction to head towards Xander, or is it
Yes.
the okay?
Yes.
Then
You all
Helene
were
will head that way.
you all were before you all kind of came down a rope by the waterfall and sort of like made your own way, but essentially you all are being taken down a more well-worn path between Skullport and Waterdeep, essentially is the way you're being guided back. And this very much looks like it's a worn established travel route, essentially. You are muted there, Karn. I see your mouth moving, Aki. I cannot hear your
I
words.
was talking to myself. I was like,
Okay.
that's where we're headed.
The twins are still debating. I got it right.
They're just over there, just like, you tell him. No, you tell him. You tell him. And then that's it.
What was that perception check there, Aiden?
19.
As you look around, you do not see any more of those wandering people that you'd seen before. And for the most part, except for the odd joke or like shove or something, your fighting force is moving along quietly. Some of them are sharpening blades, a couple of them have pipes out, but it is incredibly clear to you that to them this is just another raiding mission. Like they're all, nobody's overly wound up. It's like it's another day in the office. Yeah,
They're professionals.
mm-hmm.
Doing our best.
So you all are making your way forward in the cave,
yeah,
towards the way Rayonde, or towards Xander rather.
Yeah, because if we get to Xander, we can reverse his tracks right up to wherever he came from.
And you all make your way along in the cave. Xander.
Yes.
As you are going, you hear the voice of the one with the long tentacles. You understand. Do what you have to do to bring them back.
Yes, I do understand this. Out of character, when I'm charmed, I don't. Do I have like independent thought? Like, can I argue with this person, or is it just like I am 100% slave?
Specifically, you are dominated, so you are an instrument. You can talk back from a place of free will, but you will do what they're telling you to do to the best of your ability. Again, in the strictest technical sense, you should lose your character sheet and you not even be Xander until the dominate is broken. So yes, you are capable of interaction, but you will do what you're being told to the best of your ability.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Just making sure I can play right.
Serve me well here, and I will spare that elf's life.
All right. Okay. And is there anything else you need from me?
Success.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of established before. Out of curiosity, what is the point of tricking them?
You saw those blank, stupid creatures marching to their doom, yes.
Yes.
It is more useful to allow some of you limited free will. And for whatever reason, Encephalithid, praise be upon them, wishes to speak with the Red Wizard face to face, as it were.
Okay.
Xander, you come around the corner and you find the cave that you passed through previously, where Karrin and Kerrin told you they saw red-robed Illithids, which when you passed through before you did not see, but this time you very much see 3 of them standing there looking at you. And they begin to speak out loud at the exact same time as the voice in your head, in that horrible clicking. All will bow, all will serve, all will know their place.
I take a knee and bow.
Good. They will arrive soon. Prepare yourself.
I will.
Rayonde, give me your perception check.
Not good. See what my modifier is. Total of 9.
I am feeling benevolent. Would you like me to give you a gift?
No.
Soon your friends will be locked in battle. Some may live, some may die. I was prepared to show you. Now, you may wait in ignorance.
All right.
I know you think you will have a moment where you can strike me down and all will be well.
Well, it won't solve all of my problems, but it's a start.
I look forward to your disappointment.
I know.
Prepare yourself. Soon you will be of use.
No.
In the cave, Karrin, Kerrin, Aiden, Helene, give me your perception checks.
19.
11.
17.
You all have marched some distance, although it is much faster and easier making the going along the path. It's before when you all understood that people went back and forth between Skullport and Waterdeep. It's like, how? Like, we fought for like 4 hours. There's no way people do this. But now you're like, oh, through here. It's like, oh, okay. It's like it's probably triple the speed of weaving through some of these places and circumventing some of the more terrible bits of it. And you all do see up ahead that cavern that you passed through before. and you do see Xander standing there in the middle. Xander, give me your perception check.
18.
Aiden sees you mere moments before you see them. And then everyone else's eyes fill in, and you see them not just alone, but with a group of rough-looking customers. There's goblins, kobolds, orcs, again, those strange pale dwarves and gnomes. A very similar configuration of the fighting force that the Illithids have. The difference is these have eyes filled with alternatively aggression, excitement, indifference, boredom, hatred, and every spectrum of an emotion that Ascension can feel, whereas the Illithid fighting force is blank unity. But you all do see your friend there waiting for you.
I'm just like, guys.
Kerrin is gripping Karin's hand very hard because Karin is like restraining themselves from running forward to Xander. And I think Kerrin looks over at Aiden and sort of reaches out to do the same to him as well.
Aiden slips it and says low to the other three, I'm gonna lose his eyes and do a quick scout look around, see if the ambush is nearby, if it is an ambush.
Helene nods back at Aiden and then looks back to Xander. Goes, Xander, we've missed you so much. We're so happy that you're here. You're back. You're okay.
I immediately run and hug Helene. I'm like, Helene,
Helene
missed you
opens
so
her arms.
long.
Oh my God! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You're okay. You're okay. Where's Rayonde?
He's further back. He's safe. He's fine.
Will
I
you-
run to Karrin as well. I'm like, Karrin, you're safe. Yes, Helene?
Will you take us to him?
Yes. Karrin,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
That's not my name.
It's Karrin. Yes. Karrin. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You're safe, and that's all that matters.
Yes, and you're safe. And that's all that matters. Who's your friends? Who are these wonderful folk back here?
See, one of the goblins leans over and is like, do you want us to stab him? And the kobold draws both swords. I'm like,
I wouldn't
No,
recommend
no.
that, friend.
No, not this guy. This is one of the friends we were looking for, guys.
This seems very convenient that we locate him here. And you see this little goblin walks right up to you, Xander, and it's like, what's your name, friend?
Xander, what's yours?
You can call me Slice.
Nice to meet you, Slice.
And he just sort of like takes a cautious step back away from you. Aiden, give me your stealth.
Sure. 22.
Give me your perception, Xander. Let's see if he shakes you.
Yeah, I just disappear behind Helene's hair.
17.
Smoke bomb, hair.
17.
Hair works every time.
It's true. Hair bomb. You do lose him. Aiden's gone.
Where's Aiden?
Oh, he's always being sneaky and just trying to keep an eye out for all of us. So I'm probably just looking for cave rats, making sure we're not going to be under attack.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes they sneak up on you.
He
Well,
missed you too.
What?
He missed you too.
Aiden? I miss him terribly. We should get back. Rayonde is not safe. His mind is broken and has been taken over, and we need to save him.
We thought something like that might happen. I'm just so glad you're safe. We'll follow you.
All right. Then I lead him the way that the Lithid tells me.
Give me your perception check, Aiden.
23.
Let's see. How far can you see, Aiden?
I've got dark vision.
You see high up in the darkness in the cave, three red-robed Lithids floating over you. They very much fit the description that the twins gave you in this cave that you never saw before. They are just watching.
I'd like to selectively open an angle so I have eyes on Molt and Molt can have eyes on me. And I'd like to show Molt with my bow, but not yet release, to indicate where I've seen people.
She looks at you and just sort of like frowns and then like looks up and then is like, he just like cocks the crossbow but doesn't do anything. Like, and puts her finger on the trigger.
I make a alert the team kind of gesture, like, circle them up.
Xander, Aiden is doing this, and you all hear Xander's like, okay, let's go. It's this way. What do the rest of you do?
Have we been alerted yet about the situation above us?
Give me your perception, simply because Aiden is trying to be subtle about it, and sometimes subtlety is lost on our fair group. So Aiden,
I got a dirty 20 on my perception.
and you're like, a little glass of water, clear that cough right up. Dirty 20 for the twins. What did Helene get?
Oh, I got an 8.
Helene, you're like, Xander said, let's go. Like, I'm gonna kill this brain. I'm gonna give Rayonde back. We're gonna be home before we deploy. Like, let's do it. It's fine. Karrin and Kerrin, you do very much get Aiden sort of being like, and when you sort of cast your gaze upward, you do see the 3 robed figures that you saw when you scried this place before.
I think that Karrin, trying to kind of maintain some distance from Xander, tucks themselves behind Kerrin, and is sort of keeps at the ready. Their hands are essentially in a position to start casting if that becomes a thing that needs to happen. And Kerrin is doing a much better job than Karrin at this point of putting on a brave face, because Karrin is wrecked.
When Helene moves towards Xander, like, let's go, most of the fighting people sort of move forward. The 2 goblins and the kobold kind of look at you very warily, Xander, like they're walking like, mess you up, buddy. They're kind of walking around. But Molt sort of doesn't move. And you notice when Molt doesn't move, like Ruckus and a couple of the others sort of slow down. Like, they don't necessarily know why, but they're like, well, the captain's not moving, so we're not. And so things are kind of splitting in half a little bit. Here is half of them are moving forward and half are standing still.
Helene would not want to split from the group, so if she saw that that would be happening, she would fall back and probably stick near Molt, since that's been like the leader of our group of fighty people that we have with us. She wouldn't separate and split people up.
Xander, you see they kind of hold up for a second.
You guys, it's not safe here. We have to go.
Yeah, no, hold on. Look, we just want to make sure that we have everybody together.
No, Helene, we have to go. The Lithid are
Yeah,
coming.
we need supplies though.
No, we have to go right now.
You have to wait, Xander.
No,
Hold
we
on.
can't wait. We have to go right now. It's not safe here. Let's go.
At range
I have to check on them.
All
sure.
of you, not Helene, so Karrin, Kerrin, Aiden, give me 2 intelligence saves. Not Xander, not Helene.
I'm using a point of luck.
That would be an optimal time.
I have a 10 and a 14.
17 and 19.
Helene, when you're like, no, we need to stay together, and they're like, we need to go. No, we need to stay. We need to go. You all hear from up at the top of the cave, 2 mind blasts erupt out of the darkness and hit the entire group for 27 and 27 for both of you that didn't make the save. So 54 total, not counting any mitigation. And you are stunned. You see them like even Molt, Ruckus, pretty much half the group is just like stunned. And you see these 3 figures slowly descend slightly to where you can see them, Helene. They don't land, but they're like, you are elsewhere, Red Wizard.
So Helene's had enough of them. So she's going to use a 6th level spell slot to shoot a fireball at the ones she can see, because she's just really had enough of them at this point.
You're like, cool. Let me just ask you one thing. Boom.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Go ahead and start rolling your damage. Rayonde, you all are walking through these caves, and you come around a corner, and you can see light on the other side of it, and you can hear the hustle and bustle of things, and an unmistakable scent hits you. This is Skullport. And the dead one turns and looks at you and says, your friends are caught. I can kill you with a word. You have one choice now, boy. Go fight. You hate them anyway, and maybe you'll have a chance later to help your friends, or die right here, right now.
Before he finishes, I want to stunning strike him.
Okay. Roll it.
That is a natural 1.
You leap forward at him, and he just says, die.
Can I do another one? Can I get another one in, or do we have to roll initiative?
It's power word kill, so it just you just have to do anything. You go to swing at him and hit the ground. And
I don't get any sort of save or anything?
Power word kill is it instant death. There is no save. If you are under 150 hit points, it is fatal. Under 100 hit points, rather, it is fatal. You all over there. Oh, well, Helene, give me your damage.
38.
First, let me You drop this fireball on them, and they all make horrible screeching noises as you smell their pale flesh start to burn and cinder all around you. And one of them, well, let's see, 38, you say? Two of them, like, very quickly float to the ground. They don't like crash to the ground, but it is clear you've broken the concentration on their spell. The other one is still floating there, looks down at you, and Xander, you hear in your mind, the Dragonborn is dead. If you wish to have him back, stop now.
Stop what? Stop them now?
Yes.
All right. Who's stunned right now?
Everybody but Helene, who just dropped the fireball. Well, actually, about half of the group is stunned. The other half of the group is currently loose. And the ones that aren't stunned are very much like pulling out their weapons and things as they spot these mind flayers and getting ready to fight.
Did Aiden not make the save?
Aiden did not.
17?
No, that
19?
was not enough. Those
Okay,
are
got
not enough. Mm-mm.
Then I'm gonna run to the stunned people and use rope to start tying their hands together.
Okay. Do go ahead and give me initiative, because at the end of your turns, you all have a chance to get out of the stun. So let's go ahead and get that from everybody. Xander, give me your initiative.
It is 6.
The twins,
21.
21. Aiden.
15.
What was that? Sorry, I lost you.
15.
15. Helene.
24.
24. Okay. So, Xander, since this is essentially a surprise round, you would have a chance to essentially tie up one of them before we enter initiative, and then they're going to have, some of them are going to have a chance to get loose before you can get to them. They may or may not make it, but they will have a chance. So who do you bind first?
Well, who's closest to me in relation? Because I think Aiden's above me, right?
No, they're basically like, they were all in the same room together, so it's about equal distance.
I'm gonna
Essentially,
tie up Aiden.
the group came into the room, and half the group stayed put, and half the group started moving this way, and then the
Aiden was stealth ahead for
Yeah.
recon.
Oh, Aiden was stealthed ahead.
Yeah.
But even so, you can still see them in this area. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll tie up
That's
Aiden.
because once you're stunned, there's nothing to hide. Like, they're sort of standing there. Gonna start tying up Aiden.
I'll run over there, say nothing, just start tying.
All right, so now we are at the top of initiative. Helene is first. So you have dropped this fireball on them. That, again, was essentially in the surprise round. Two of them have landed in front of you. One is still flying. You can see Xander has run to Aiden and is very quickly trying to bind him. And you see, again, roughly half of the group is standing there stunned, and the other half of the group are preparing to fight. The kobolds, the goblins, the rest of them are like, no, we know what this is. And a battle is clearly about to erupt. Helene, what would you like to do?
How many of you said there's two of them closer to the ground and one of them is still in the air flying?
Yep, two have landed, one is flying. You broke the concentration on two of them with your fireball. One of them made the save.
About how far away are the two groups of them apart? So how far away are the two from the one?
What is it that you're trying to accomplish? And I'll let you know if you could get them.
20-foot radius sphere.
You could get the two that were on the ground. You could not catch all three of them, because the third one is higher in the air. The higher one is about 40 feet in the air. They were all about 60 feet. And then you were like, boom. And they're like, and it even sank some and kind of caught itself. So they're about 40 feet apart. It's about 40 feet up there.
Can I tell which ones look like they're in worse shape? Probably the ones that are down on the ground, since their concentration got broke, right? I'm I'm going to go ahead and hit them with Cloud Kill at 5th level.
Okay. You've come to realize now in the time that you all have been fighting these things, it's like if you can get to them, they're not terribly durable. It's just the hard part is getting to them, basically.
Yeah.
You see they are, their red robes are on fire and they just smell terrible as their pale, sickly purple flesh burns.
More 34 damage.
Do they have any sort of save that they can make?
Oh, yeah, con save of 16. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. One of them makes it. One of them. Hold on a second. Sorry. Actually, they both made it. So what? Yeah. What is the half damage?
What did I say? Did I say 34 or 36?
I believe you said 34.
Okay, so then that 15. Yeah.
They start choking and gagging, and they are clearly uncomfortable, even with the damage from the fireball in this cloud. They are, but they are still up on their feet. Karrin and Kerrin, you will have an opportunity to escape your stun right now. So you do definitely still lose this turn's action, but you have a chance to break it and be free going forward.
Okay.
So roll an intelligence save.
Just one or two?
2. For you can roll 1 for each of them, basically.
Terrible. That was an 8 and a 7.
They are both still currently stunned. Again, a stunned creature cannot move, cannot speak, automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, though, hold on. Let me just double check something here. Yes, you are in fact incapacitated. Also, it's funny because in the summary, it sort of like leaves out the fact that you're incapacitated. It's just like, no, things are hard. It's like, I don't think that's what you mean, though. Yes, your eyes blink faintly as you're watching all of this transpire around you here. Aiden, same thing. Again, you will not act this turn, but you have a chance to escape it, to be free going forward. So
I do not.
You don't make it out? No problem. Same thing, Aiden. You are aware of the fact that Xander is tying your hands, but at this exact second, there is nothing you can do to escape it. Now, there are the liches themselves. The one that is flying looks down at you, Helene, and give me... innately, it can just do this. Helene, you very clearly see in your mind the image of Rayonde coming forward like he's about to punch you and just and dropping to the ground. Like,
yes. Do I still see him on the ground when I look down at the ground?
He's not there in front of you. No. Like, the Dragonborn is dead. If
I don't believe you.
Wish to see him again, surrender. We will free your elves. Let them call to him. He will not reply.
Fine. Fine.
What do you say, Helene? Because this exchange has been in your mind up until this point. And you can very much see Molt, Ruckus, they're like getting ready to, pulling out weapons and like really ready to fight these things.
She puts her hand up. She goes, stop. Stop. We surrender.
Ruckus looks at you and goes, "What?" And Mold also looks at you. Like, she turns and points her crossbow at you. She doesn't pull the trigger, but she's like,
No. It's that thing that they do where they talk through your head. If we keep fighting here, they're going to kill our friends. We have to stop fighting here. We have to do what they say.
in your head, Xander, you hear, "Tell them the wizard is right."
You guys, the wizard is right. We have to do what they say. It's the safest way for us.
Molt looks like she's going to lower the crossbow for a second and then picks it up and it's like, pow, and shoots one of them. It's like, "Aye!" And then kind of holds it up as it falls to the ground with the crossbow bolt sticking right out of his forehead. Or like throws it over her shoulder. And she goes,
Yeah, I know it was a muscle reaction. I understand. Okay, things. Where are we going?
it takes a moment for the stun to wear off of all of you. You have a splitting headache, but it's really only about a minute, but it feels just like an eternity, waiting to regain your mind and your body and your faculties. But you heard all of this. You heard what Helene said, and Aiden, your hands are bound with Xander standing there next to you.
Well, I'm going to fix that first because apparently I get stunned for a moment and we all start surrendering and tying our boys up. But there are better times for that. So I'd like to slip that.
You gonna sleight of hand?
Yes.
All right, give me your sleight of hand.
19. Oh, no, sorry. I think that's higher. It's bonkers.
You know, Xander always uses that same fisherman's knot, man. Every time. Look, he doesn't realize you can dislocate that thumb. You know, all these years, it's still just like, bro.
Yeah. I mean, what do you even do?
Yeah. You do easily loose your bonds. And he's standing right there, Aiden. And one of the mind flayers is still flaying. One is laying very much dead. And the other one is still coughing and choking. This like horrific clicking, gasping from the cloud of poison Helene hit it with, but it is still alive. And it says out loud again, "Follow the warrior. He will take you back."
Is everyone ready?
The twins just step forward silently, and they're like pretty messed up. But they're silent and they just follow.
If you all follow along, again, your combined fighting force also sort of fall in line behind, and you notice the Elithids do not follow you. The red-robed ones stay there as you descend back into these tunnels of the Underdark. And as you're walking along, Kerrin, you sort of feel a tug on your robe from behind.
You look down.
You look down and the kobold is there. And it sort of like points ahead at Xander and is like, and it sort of just like puts its knife back and it's like, And it like very much makes like a show of like walking cool type thing. Like it's like with his hands open as you all walk through. And again, this is the reverse of what you experienced the first time, Xander, as you all move through these caves. And they do get darker and increasingly more twisted as you move through here. Odd lichen grows on the walls. The stone and sediment shifts into something else that you don't even know what force could have hollowed out these spaces over time. And as you approach deep into the depths of the Undermountain, you do see more faces of blank, staring former sentients. And they're just standing there. And just gnomes standing next to the wall, humans, orcs, drow. You notice most of these seem rather worn and gaunt and spent, just standing here waiting to die. In the ambient screams that you all heard when you had a vision before of this place are largely reduced. It seems far emptier than when you all saw it mere hours ago, really. And you approach this place and you see this twisting citadel in front of you of bizarre non-geometric towers, buildings that look grown as much as built, with more like cancerous growths on the walls of the cave that are domiciles to things that you really never want to see. A bizarre form of cobblestone streets, you would say, reach out in between these facilities, and you recognize buildings like what you saw, the building that Rayon Day was in, that Xander was in, but off into the distance there are dozens, maybe hundreds of buildings like that. And everything is eerily silent around a pool in the middle of this city. Xander.
Yes.
Explain to them what will happen if they are disobedient.
Which part? The one where you kill us all, or the one where you capture us?
One of those things has already happened.
Yes, I know. You guys, if we do not comply with anything they say, or with anything they want us to do, then they will kill us, or enslave you and raise, or kill you and raise you from the dead to be one of their thralls.
Yeah, they're gonna do that anyway. This is really like,
Not if we listen.
it's just no. I mean, look at you, buddy.
I'm
I
safe.
know who you are. I've known you my whole life. I love you, man, and this is no.
Aiden, we will be safe if we listen to them.
No.
Hmm.
But it's sweet of you, and you point at your head to try to lie.
You all see a few feet ahead of you, a figure just sort of shimmers into view as it walks your direction. It is that long tentacled one you saw before. Most of them, it's around the length of a hand or so. extending from their face. This one, it is almost down to its knees, and the tentacles are always grasping and reaching out in this shimmering, iridescent purple. Its robe is still ripped and torn from the previous battle with you all, although it does look clean now, as it were. And it says to you out loud, I actually owe you all a debt of gratitude. You all have taught me something useful.
Clearly not style.
You all have taught me how to enjoy this work. Most of the others don't comprehend pleasure. It is not a concept where we're from. But watching you all twist and suffer and struggle in vain is a pleasure I didn't know existed before now.
Traditionally, I think it's a fruit basket. In thanks. Could be wrong, though. I'm not the cultured one. Karrin? Fruit basket? Fruit basket, flowers. I'm just not right for this one.
You're going to need a basket for where we're sending them next.
That's right. It's a basket for your head when we detach it. Thank you. Thank you so much. You get me.
Helene, you didn't tell them, did you? And it laughs with this sickening, gurgling, clicking noise.
Tell us what?
Where's Rayonde?
She didn't tell you.
What is he talking about?
I don't know.
Out of the ground, you all hear this rumbling. And a moment later, 50 feet away from you on the other side of him, a huge clawed hand breaks up out of the surface and comes down. And another one breaks down and comes out. And a 8-foot hulking armored insect stands up in front of you. And it reaches behind it and grabs something and throws Rayonde's body onto the ground. Right in front of you. He had a chance. He chose poorly.
Helene runs up to him if she can, and she tries to shake him. She goes, Randy, wake up. Come on, wake up. Please wake up.
He is dead. His body is cold. His red scales are pale.
No.
Helene? What's happening?
And she lays down kind of on him, and she puts her head on his chest and just cries.
While you're crying, you all hear a voice in your mind again that sounds like a dear loved one. Oh, Helene, I'm so sorry. I loved him too. I didn't want this.
Yes, you did. This is exactly what you wanted.
If this is what I wanted, you all would have died in the caves. And you do all hear this in your own mind. It sounds different when you hear it, but you do all hear it.
Am I within 60 feet of both of our illithid friends, the undead one and the long tentacly one?
You don't see the undead one. He is not here. You are within 60 feet of the long tentacly one. You're within about 30 feet of the long tentacly one. He kind of made a point to stay kind of out of arm's reach. But he's,
Cool. I would like to banish his ass, if that's okay.
What does he need to save against for that?
It's a charisma 16.
Notoriously charismatic, illithid.
It's true. He does have very beautiful skin. He looks at Helene crying and he's like, again, fascinating, emotional.
We don't have much time. And Kerrin is going to hold the concentration on that while Karrin runs over to Rayonde's body. We have to get him somewhere safe. I can bring him back. We can bring him back, but we have to put him somewhere safe.
That's right. Out of the way, Helene. No one is dead until they are clericed and dead.
You all see the pool in the middle begin to bubble, and a gigantic brain comes up out of the water with long spiraling tentacles that go in all directions. And all of your minds are filled with an image of Skullport. It is on fire. These skulls are flying around, shooting lasers out of their eyes as these blank-faced minions are rushing through, smashing into everything. And the citizens are fighting back. You see Noseer with 2 daggers in his hands, covered in blood all over, running through there. You see the exile is ripping off pieces of building and just pulling them down as chunks of foundation are falling all over them. And then you all are back here and you hear so much unnecessary carnage. You all could just accept the inevitability of all of this. You didn't have to lose Rayonde. You don't have to lose Xander. You don't have to die.
We don't plan to.
Picking up
You don't have to
Rayonde, moving him out of the way so that the twins will have a clear working area. Not right now. Not right now. Nope. For once, dissociating entirely from your feelings is an adaptive option, and Aiden is using it.
This is why you all suffer so. You believe you can make a difference. You can bring him back. If I wish it, he will die again. It is an infinite loop. But yes, please do try. Xander, would you be a dear and help them do whatever they need to rescue your friend?
I will. Is there any way I can break out of this, or am I just under their will forever?
There are certain circumstances under which dominate can be broken. As of yet, those circumstances have not happened.
Damn it. Okay.
I will say, all of you make a wisdom check. Not Xander. Aiden, Helene, Karrin, Kerrin, wisdom. The twins are duly distracted, I believe, is what you're about to tell me. Yeah. Xander's
one.
Which twin got a 1? I'm gonna say it's Karrin that got the 1. He's gone forever. You've lost him. Xander will never be back ever. Ever. He is a tool and an instrument of the Illithids. Helene, what did you get?
13.
13. And Aiden?
I got an 8, but I also got a handling on what I intend to do if he comes anywhere near Rayonde. So, regardless.
Helene, you remember it was pain is what broke it before.
She turns around and without saying a word, looks at Xander and casts. Oh, what do I have that's low level? That's not gonna hurt him too bad. She's gonna cast a magic missile
It's like
at him
gentle
at
fireball.
a 4th level spell.
A mere tickle. Yeah. Roll those magic missile damage. Xander, you take a step forward and the missiles do not miss. You can roll with advantage to see if you can get out of this.
Are those individual darts? Can I?
Yes, the magic missiles
yes.
are individual darts. Yes.
What level did you cast? Because it's like an extra dart for each one.
Fourth.
Just the lowest level I can cast it at, which I think is 4.
The lowest level is 1. If you just basically,
is it? Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a level 1 spell.
I'll cast it at 1.
Okay, so I believe it is 3 darts at level 1, but yep.
You are right. It is
So there's,
just 1.
What's the number that I should be aiming for? Just out of curiosity.
What's the number you got?
A 4 and a 9.
I'm gonna let you roll one more time because it's 3. I'm being nice here because she shot you 3 times, and you also see your best friend laying dead in front of you. Perhaps that will angry up the blood. Xander.
I thought so too. Me personally, I feel like I would be quite angry at this moment, but according to the dice, I got a 1 on that one, so I don't think my dice like me right now.
It is not a lack of anger, Xander. It is the supreme power of the mind flayers.
Oh,
Everything in you is screaming against this and banging against the walls that your mind is constrained in. But when the beams zap into him and you see him sort of like shake his head for a second and then keep coming forward, you all do remember what you saw on the shores of the river. And
what
you
you're
all
saying
hear-
is it's the job for the future champion of the White Sails Boxing League.
you all hear that voice in your head again, and it's like, Rayonde was given a choice. He chose poorly. And you all see that image again of Rayonde coming towards you with his fist up and falling down dead. Here is your last chance.
But I'm hitting Xander, though.
Okay. Roll it. If you're like, cool. No, I get it. But skapow.
Yeah.
All right. So do roll to attack. Xander, you should put those 20s in dice jail and we're a new one.
Yeah.
22 beat your AC, buddy?
18.
Cool. 22 will beat the AC.
That-
So I'm hitting him.
What do you do to him, Aiden?
Butt of the dagger, back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it messes with his mind. So, like,
It hurts.
clearly, scientifically, you need to mess with his mind.
I'm gonna give it to you again with advantage, Xander, to see if you're able to free yourself now that your 2 best friends in the entire world have raised hands and your 3rd best friend is laying dead in front of you.
I'm using a new die.
Just
So
gonna keep hitting on you.
Mhm.
I'm about it. I already got to tie you up, so this episode's kind of turned out quite well.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that the gods are against me right now. I got a 3 and a 4. I don't understand.
Fine. Xander, kill them both, please. And when you hear that voice in your mind, roughly half of your fighting force turns on all of you also. So let's go back into initiative here.
Oh my god. I just want to fight with you guys. All I do is fight against you all the time.
Helene, you see Xander very much like pulls his sword out, and it's like time to go to work. Rayonde lay dead in front of you. Half of your group is like clearly taking up arms, and the other half is kind of like, oh, what? And you see this giant undulating brain floating here at the center of all of it. What would you like to do?
Helene's gonna do the same thing she tried to do last time when that thing was right in front of her. And with my last level 5 spell slot, I'm gonna use Lightning Bolt to rain doom down on his doomed brain.
All right, roll it. What is his save, by the way?
The Lightning Bolt is a 16.
Okay. It
1d6. Spell slot.
Rolled poorly. It and you hear this horrific screeching noise come from it, and the peaceful voice that is inside of you turns to Rayonde's voice. How dare you? How dare you do this? How dare you curse yourself and the others to death and destruction and doom? You will all die here now. It is the twins' turn. Give me your damage when you got it there.
Right. So how far is the elder brain from us?
It is about 120 feet.
All right. So Karen's going to stay next to Rayonde, and Karrin is going to, let's see, is going to use both of their actions to dash 70 feet to get closer to it. Yeah. They're gonna stop as soon as they're within 60 feet of it.
All right, you could get to 60 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was
And
37 damage. for
37
Helene.
damage. Okay. You do see its gross, pale pink flesh bubble in cinder from the damage of the lightning bolt. You are 100% sure this is not a vision. It is there.
And that's my turn.
Okay. After this, it is Aiden.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up right behind the twins. I'm going to move and dash as my action and hide as my cunning action. Because unless I happen to be within 110 feet, which changes everything from 120.
After your first movement, you would be within 100. You would be within 110. Yes.
Yeah, but no, if I am at the top, but no. Otherwise, I will burn my turn moving and getting into sneak.
Okay. Hang on 1 second here. Aiden.
Yeah.
Give me a wisdom save.
We have advantage because of the Hero's Feast.
Yes.
Which makes this 17 feel good.
Aiden, as you are dashing and you go and hide, you hear its voice echo through your mind. No. Aiden, I'm going to help you, and you're going to help me. Destroy those elves. You too have been caught by Dominate Monster, Aiden.
Yep.
So you are hidden To be precise, that was its legendary action after your turn. So you did dash, you did hide, and it's like,
Yep.
oh, okay. It is the Elder Brain's turn. It looks at you, Helene, and actually, let me see what its reach is. I apologize.
So question, I have shield as a reaction.
Yes.
Can I cast that at any time, even if it's during the thing that's attacking me's turn then?
You see, like, you could do it now, like, before it happens. Like, if it's like I hit you and you're like, okay, a shield, then like the damage goes on and then you react with the shield. So yes, you could say like, now I put up my shield before I tell you whatever it is that is about to happen.
Okay, because that gives me a +5 bonus to my armor class.
Yes. Okay. You do your shield. You all see a shimmering barrier appears around the actually, hold on one second. A shimmering barrier does not appear around it. Give me just 1 second here. That is not what happens. A thick choking cloud drops right down on the middle of the fighting force, which does not get Kerrin, who ran forward. That was Kerrin that ran forward, right?
It was Karrin who ran forward. Kerrin is next to Rayonde.
Karrin is out of it. Aiden is out of it. Helene is out of it. Xander and Kerrin make a con save. This noxious cloud appears over all of you.
I have advantage on con saves. Yay, Warcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm very happy with that roll. That was a dirty 20.
All right. A dirty 20 is enough.
And I have a 23.
That is also enough for the save, and you will get a chance to break the dominate again. But you all take 15 points of damage, and you notice some of the everyone in the group is like coughing and things, but some of them are definitely like choking and like starting to like slide it to the ground as this like bluish, gross fog, this like poisonous cloud rolls over your entire fighting force, even the ones that were fighting on your side. Xander, you get another chance to break out of the dominate monster.
Do I get advantage?
This time I will give you advantage again. Yes.
Okay, because I just rolled and it was 5. Can't wait. Can I can't use inspiration retroactively, huh? I can't like be like, damn. Well, if I fail this next time, just saying, I would like to use inspiration to hopefully get out of this because this is ridiculous.
Well, technically, hold on a second. You can use your inspiration before the results are revealed. But is it a bardic inspiration or inspiration I gave you?
It's the inspiration you gave me. I never used it.
Well, technically, they don't roll scene to scene, but you've had it, or show, or session to session, but you've had enough bad luck. I'm gonna let you hold on to it. However, all the inspiration does is let you roll with advantage, what you're doing anyway. So it's kind of academic.
Well, I got a 2 and a 5. I don't understand this. My con save, I got a 15, and then now I'm doing this at 2, 5. Like the gods want me to be under the control.
It's because in your heart you want to serve.
No, I will break free and I will kill you.
You see out of the cloud, you see Molt flies up out of it and pulls out her crossbow and it's like pow pow, and you see a crossbow bolt like embed itself in the brain, and it's this hideous screeching noise as she like flies around past it. And some of the people move out of the cloud and are rushing towards the brain, but you also see half of them are kind of like tackling them, in like chaos is erupting in the middle of it as they're sort of like scuffling and trying to get out of it. You do see your little goblin friends come out and throw knives, which actually the kobold with his natural 20 looks at you, Karrin, draws the knife and goes and embeds itself in the brainstem of Encephalithid, and you hear it like screech and quiver when the attack lands against it. And Xander, it is your turn. You are innately aware of the fact that Aiden has been taken over. Also, the others aren't.
Cool. The last thing I was told was I also told to kill the elves.
You destroy those elves. Yep.
All right. Which one is closest to me?
Yeah, I would say theoretically that would be it was Karrin who stayed with Rayonde, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'd be Karrin with Rayonde.
So Karen's closest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. All right. I'm so sorry for this.
It's
This is-
okay. I haven't had the chance to heal myself at all, and I'm in real bad shape, so this should be awesome.
Oh my god. Okay. I guess I have my greatsword out. Gonna just go and attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. This
You're
is
gonna roll great now, right?
Yeah, I got an 18. So sick. That's I'm so tired of these dice.
It's okay. This trauma is not going to pay off in any way, shape, or form somewhere later down the line. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's all meaningless. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have a very complicated relationship together.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's 2d6.
Does he think he's attacking Karrin again? Because he still can't tell.
I wasn't gonna tell him.
He's going for the same twin twice.
I wasn't gonna tell him.
So that's 12. I technically can do 3 attacks. I really don't want to.
I mean, but you do though.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, you don't
Oh
even
my
have to roll on the next
I
one.
got Okay. I just got a 20 in the next one.
Just so you know, you don't have to roll the dice. I'm unconscious.
Okay.
The first one, yes, you don't have to keep hacking away and take their head off. You bang, and they also slump over.
I'm just saying
Rayonde.
on the second one, definitely don't have to roll. I'm unconscious.
Well, again, when they are incapacitated, it's like you don't have to like stand over them and keep hacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that from you
Yeah.
so very
Yeah.
much.
But you can move and engage the other one. Again, you were told to destroy those elves.
Yeah.
I believe the other one is way out of Xander's range to attack right now.
He moves quickly. He has a bow. He's got options. Let's see.
Yeah. How far away? Because I have a range of
70 feet.
Yeah, yep, they're at 70. Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing I can
yeah,
put them
sorry,
at the exact same hit points as I had before I went down for the other attack, basically.
From like way before or this altar, because you've had time to rest and heal, like between like the first like fight. Yeah, you've been able to heal.
Really? I would have loved to have known that because I might still be awake, but it's fine. It's fine. We're just going to assume I have an arbitrary number of hit points. How many hit points do I have, BM?
Well, realistically, even if you did have your full hit points, he was going to keep swinging and he hit super hard. So it might have been academic, but yes, you all would have had time to heal when you were in the bar and things of that nature. Yeah, especially.
Oh no. Like since this battle, since the mind blast, haven't had the chance to heal. That's what I.
Oh no! Since the mind blast, no, you have not had a chance to heal. No, you.
So in that case, I am putting myself. I know how many hit points Karrin would theoretically still have. So.
Okay. Yes. No opportunity to heal because that fight happened. You came here, and now this fight's happening.
Yes.
So yes, go for it, Xander.
Okay, so I guess I'll use my crossbow for this. I am gonna roll again since I rolled before I knew I was attacking, and I got a 20, and I would like to fail. So I'm just gonna.
You know what? Sure, I'll let that happen.
That's okay.
Yeah. No reason to put a crossbow bolt in the base of their skull.
Yeah. So the first one was 12. Does that hit?
12 total?
12 doesn't hit?
No, I'm asking 12 total with your bonuses to your crossbow.
Yeah, because it's only +4.
Okay. Then yes, the crossbow bolt goes wide.
Oh. 21 is the next one.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
One whizzes past your head and right in the back.
And that is 7. Yeah, 7.
Okay. I'm still up. Karrin at least is still up.
I
We
just want to
are
say that tears are just running down my Xander's
Mhm.
face, my
Yep.
face.
yes, you are quite aware of all of this. Afterwards, we are back at the top. Helene, it is your turn.
How much health is left on, or not how much health is left, but what shape does this brain look like it's in? Does it look like it's about to go down? Is it completely deaded? How's it looking?
No, it is. It looks injured, but I mean, it doesn't look like it's like bleeding profusely or anything of that nature. It's really gross. It kind of has a consistency of like chicken fat. It is just undulating and pulsing and nasty.
Helene is very focused on trying to destroy this evil brain that keeps taking over all of her friends. So regardless of anything else that's pretty much happening around her, she is focusing on concentrating fire on
All right.
this thing. And with the 4th level slot, she's going to cast. She's going to cast lightning bolt and fireball are the same. Yeah, she's going to cast another lightning bolt down on him.
All right, and it needs to beat what save?
16.
Okay, it does not. So you down incinerating its pale, horrific flesh. And when you hit it with the lightning bolt, all of the ones that are under control, including Xander, including Aiden, all of them scream out in pain when the lightning courses through it. You can give me your damage
Is
when
that
you
enough pain to break them out of the spell?
nope, because it's pain to it, not pain to them. The twins, it is your turn.
I think Karrin looks back just like as the arrow strikes them. They look back to see their twin on slumped over Rayonde's body, and just turns towards the brain and reaches their hands out. You have hurt enough of the people that I love, and they're going to cast harm at 6th level, which is 14d6.
Ooh, yes.
Which I have already rolled for 44 damage, and I need a con save, please.
Does it have any save against the damage?
Yeah, con save 16.
And it's 30 damage from Helene.
30 and 30. It does not make either save. You hear it is like this horrible noise coming out of it, and you notice the entire cavern starts to like shake when it's like.
Keep hitting it, guys. Keep going.
Aiden, it is your turn.
All right. Well, one twin's down. Is that cloud thing still up?
Yes, but I mean, people are like sort of scrambling out of it because they kind of use their movements essentially to do that, but it is still there. Yes.
Okay. Does it obscure vision to any degree? Like, can I see that Kerrin is down?
Oh yes, you're very much well. Kerrin was not in the cloud, so or at least was on the periphery of it. Yes, you are quite aware of the fact that they are down.
Okay. Worth a try then. Then I do have to go after Karan. Because if you don't see him, you can run through the cloud, get injured. But with that in mind, and with that dagger out that I had used to hit Xander, I will feel glad that at least Karan got some harm in, and I will attack. Actually, Karan, could I have perception to know whether you beat my stealth? Because your perception is good enough, it actually might.
Okay,
we're trying to beat 22. Okay. Then I will attack from stealth, because I stealthed. There's a 19. I'm going to use a point of luck. Because Aiden doesn't want or not want luck, it just happens.
All true. I mean, again, you are fighting to the best of your ability. So,
I am, but you know, sometimes there's just bad luck.
As we have found, clearly.
Funny that. Does a 14 hit you? Boom! Ha!
Yeah, you only get the one attack, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Aiden
don't have
does.
weapon drawn.
Aiden does appear right behind you. And Aiden, the moment you appear and stab at them, you feel the tentacles around your brain let go. And a shimmering field appears around the brain. And you are free.
Well, this is awkward.
Yes, because Karrin, he appeared and was like, Gak, oh.
Karrin just sort of reaches out, places a hand on Aiden's cheek and goes, I promise I won't tell them.
Do I still have my bonus action now?
No, this was after your turn.
Okay, fair.
This was its legendary action after you were like done.
All right, cool.
And I just want to say that it probably happens automatically with the twins, but Karen's concentration transfers to Karrin. So
Karrin held the banishment up.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, the one that is down lost the banishment. Did they not?
No, because Kerrin is over Rayonde.
Got it.
Karrin is on the banishment.
No problem. Aiden, give me a Dex savings throw, not counting your uncanny dodge or any of that business.
Not counting. Okay.
I mean, yes. I mean, I am not accounting for you. You
okay.
tell. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. How do we feel about 21? Do we feel good about 21?
You stop and you're like, and from the brain, this beam of piercing energy flies straight towards you, which you do get out of the way, but is still 45. Well, let me rephrase. It's 90 points, not counting whatever your mitigation is. So adjust accordingly. It puts 90 on you. That does not mean you take 90 based on your assorted accoutrement. Yes.
Evasion is a beautiful thing. I take none.
It is, yes, exactly. You basically tackle your friend out of the way as this beam pierces forward and hits one of the buildings and leaves a giant, perfectly carved hole in the middle of it there. You think Molt flies by again like a bombardier, and another giant crossbow bolt lodges itself in it, and the whole thing like trembles again and slightly shudders. You realize your fighting force is really destroying itself, honestly, as they are fighting over there. They are very evenly matched, and a lot of them are dying. And Xander, it is your turn.
666. Is there any way I can try to break out, or am I still under control?
You have to take damage, or it has to break. The thing that has you has to break concentration, which I have been checking. It has not.
I saw Aiden get out. I was like, maybe me.
I was elder brained. You were bewitched, bothered, and bewildered.
Yep. The elder brain chose to use another concentration spell, which is why Aiden was freed. But yes.
Okay. I'm
destroy that elf.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy the elf. I'm going to make my way to them. And yeah. Can I get close enough to use the greatsword, or do I have to do the crossbow again?
If you well, they are 60 feet away, so you have a 30-foot movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would need to crossbow and then move, and you could get close enough next time.
Okay. Well, then
you still can theoretically shoot twice with your crossbow with your attack action, or three, or whatever. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll move 30 feet, and then I'll attack twice.
Okay.
Fail. One. Okay. First one's a 3. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
This is when I want to fail. Okay, dice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got a 3 again. Sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I try and I move 30 feet and it missed twice.
Mm-hmm. To bang bang, right?
I'm secretly just overjoyed inside.
Mm-hmm. No, you are very happy to be this bad at fighting. That is true. is at the top of the round. Helene, give me an Arcana check. You are muted.
I know I was mathing. 21.
You recognize that light around it is a globe of invulnerability. You know it will stop a lot of your spells from getting through, and you have no way of knowing how strong it made it.
Do I know it to specifically be, did I roll high enough to know it to specifically be for magic, or do I think that it also stops like weapon attacks as well?
You know it only stops magic.
Okay. She'll shout that out, and she'll be like, "Don't use magic, just hit it." And she'll shout it to the group that's still attacking it, her buddies, and she'll be like, just stab it, poke it, throw rocks at it, physical damage, just keep wailing on it.
Oh, young wizard, look at you. There's nothing you can do. Your friend is dead. I can also kill you with but a word. It doesn't have to be this way. Just give in. Join me. I'll make you stronger. I'll make you better. Maybe you won't lose anyone else you love.
No. And I'm not going to join you when we're done fighting. I'm done with all of this. Done with all of this. I'll find a way to get my friends back. You can't do anything else to mess with my head or their heads anymore. And she pulls out a crossbow from under her cloak and takes aim right at it and shoots.
Roll it.
What do I roll for that?
It's the same, still a d20, but you add the number next to your crossbow instead of the number next to your spells.
But is there, for damage, do I have to roll for that?
It should still be written right next to the crossbow there on your sheet. I'll pull it up.
It is not, because the only place I see it is weapons, and it's listed with my other weapons.
I have a crossbow, and it says 1d8.
Is that
1d8? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it could just be my layout. I don't computer well.
It looks different on every interface, on mobile, on cell phones, on tablets. It's all a little different.
I still don't know what my my modifier is for my.
It's probably +4.
I'm about to say, ironically enough, I have Rayonde's sheet up. I do not have Helene's. Let me check real quick, and I can tell you. Your crossbow modifier is, thank you, D&D Beyond. I know why it is not, because your crossbow is not equipped. It is going to be +2. You can use it, but I'm saying that's why it doesn't look that way on your sheet. It is +2 to attack.
So it's a 16 for the roll with the +2, and then it was a 6 damage if that hits.
Okay. You see, it sort of like shudders for a second. You all think you've won. You have not. Now you two will die. And you all see Helene go and also drop to the ground dead. And it shimmers and vibrates, and the encephalithid elder brain disappears. And all the people that were fighting snap out of it as well. And you are all standing there over the dead bodies of Helene and Rayonde and the unconscious body of Kerrin. And in this moment, you also feel your will return, Xander. Whatever had you lets you go.
I can fix this. I can fix this. It's okay. And Karrin runs over to Helene first, and is going to cast Revivify.
Helene, you feel the air come back into your lungs.
What just happened?
We don't have to
Did we
talk
get him?
about it right now.
Please tell me we got him.
Gone. He's gone. He disappeared. But that's okay. We can take care of him later. Right now we have to get Rayonde and we have to get Karrin and we have to get out of here.
Where's Rayonde? Where are they?
They're right over there. We haven't gone anywhere.
Okay. And she'll run up to Rayonde while kind of using her eyes to look for the others, but she'll at least run over to Rayonde and start to try and pick him up.
Yeah, before I try to do anything with Rayonde, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds so that we can get everybody rolling here. I'm going to cast that
in the shadows of this Mind Flayer Citadel, standing there, beaten, bruised, and recovering, and surrounded by enemies made temporarily friends and enemies made the blackest of foes, is where we will end our story for today. We will see you next week for episode 10, maybe the end, maybe the beginning. Hopefully we're out, or y'all are still just seeing us doing our dance. I don't know if we're out. This